So again, all we're trying to do is recognize these forms. Oh, also notice that right above example 2, you also have sum and difference formulas for tangent. And the tangent ones, they're up over here on the board too. Again, you kind of have to be able to recognize that if you have tangent minus tangent or tangent plus tangent over 1 minus tangent tangent or 1 plus tangent tangent, that's going to be a sum and difference formula for tangent as well. Don't have to have them completely memorized, just mostly memorized. So for A, what I need you to recognize is that I have sine cos minus cosine. Those are 4 things in a row. That matches up with one of our formulas. 8x, that is going to be our alpha, and 3x is going to be our beta. So we're really looking, do we have a formula that's sine alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sine beta on our formula sheet? And what is it equal to? It's equal to sine alpha minus beta. So here we'd put our alpha, here we would put our beta. And our alpha was 8x, and our beta was 3x. So this will be equal to sine of 5x. And that's simpler than what we started with. That's all this question is asking, is can you simplify it? And then it says evaluate where possible, but this one still has an x, and we don't know what x is, so there's nothing to evaluate. For part B, again, I see 2 different angles, so I can imagine this is my alpha, this is my beta. My alpha's here again, and my beta's there again. And I want to look at that formula right above this example. Do I have one that's tan alpha plus tan beta over 1 minus tan alpha tan beta? Yes. That's going to be the first one, right? And the first one is tan alpha plus beta. So this becomes tan alpha plus beta. Here's my alpha, here's my beta. Of course, if I wanted to add pi over 6 plus pi over 12, I need a common denominator. If you could do this in your head, right, if you can see the 2 pi over 12.
That means you have to do this to answer the question correctly.
It says evaluate where possible, so I want to see if I can evaluate this. Now when I add these together, I'm going to get tan of 3 pi over 12. Now you don't have to reduce fractions, but in this case, if you want to evaluate it, it pays to reduce that fraction because then we get pi over 4. And what is tan of pi over 4? 1. So we just evaluated this and simplified it as much as possible. So we started off with something that looked quite complicated, but because we had an identity, we're able to simplify it and get that it's equal to just 1. Oh, I wrote the questions already at the top for this one. 4 and 5.